Listen, I can figure out exactly who it was.
Oh, we're going on history. Okay, well, while
Do
Kat
it.
figures that out, we're gonna start the recap. The morning begins with some parenting, light parenting on Knight's part. Zazie is really giving it her all as far as cooking goes and talking about that as everybody kind of gets ready for the day. Kuros puts some runes on stones. Clems feeds her plant. Tara and Caravel kind of catch up on, kind of finish out their conversation before Clem decides that they need to go snoop in the in who other than Shantara's tent. Shantara's like, "That's chill. It's totally fine. I'm gonna give you here's a potion for breaking into my room," and gives her a plant growth serum. Back at the fire, aka the kitchen, the outdoor kitchen, as it were, there is Xanthe learning a little bit of cooking from Zazie. Uh, Xanthe is going to try to like learn from all of us. So far, he knows the loot and the triangle, and uh, then Xanthe takes one of the chef's treats. Zazie is kind of a granola mom, so it is so dry and so sticky that it gets stuck in his throat. And that kind of actually is maybe a great deterrent for talking. Who knows in the future? Like, I'm not saying that at all, but just the thought I'm putting into the universe. And then, anyways, let's go back. I need to continue and make this go a little faster. Okay, here we go. Clem is trying to save a plant. Clem also wants to put the growth serum on the carnivorous plant, and Shantara goes, maybe not to that one. Then Shantara, as they're kind of walking to the camp to get ready for the day, head out, Shantara asks what she missed, and then she mentions that Knight got a mirror and a stick, and she learned that she has a kid named Alfie, and about how Min will forever be screaming in pain, but also this is kind of like Min's entire existence with Zeva, and Min is short for abomination. Find out the stick is a wild magic, some sort of wild magic stick. The mirror is like technically Claire, according to Clem, and answers questions, but only in front of other people. Tara asks who asked like what about the questions. She wants the tea. She wants the dirt. And Clem is willing to give it. Clem just straight up says everything that they said. No worries. So this starts off the breakfast really well as they keep talking about like, oh, we're going here. We're going to get um and as they're like talking about Min and all of this stuff that has happened without Tara really knowing or being told, there are two highs behind Clem, and they are pissed. And Clem mentions being afraid of the Archon and Toodles, because Toodles is an interplanetary being. So let's go to breakfast. After learning that information, Tara asks about the Min decision. She is not happy about that because she did not want to be left out. Knight says like, well, in the past you said you didn't want to tell you, so should we tell you? Or says yes. Zazie kind of says, well, like the line of in what you participate with is a little like gray. It's not super black and white, and this might be a time that Shantara needed to be left out, and it wasn't because of like spite or like not wanting to include her, but also just to like keep her safe and keep us safe, kind of. I don't know how that makes sense, but it kind of does, I think. Tara says like, "Oh, well, it would have been nice to know," and that still wanted to go. But that's when we say, well, Zazie and Knight um, sorry, oh, Toodles a favor. And we talk about where we're going. We're going to get Min back when we're on the Crescent Isles. Clem shares that she's a parent. Zazie's like, let's maybe kill the tension and talk about like what we're most excited about. It goes medium. Nobody really wants to share. They just want to say the first thing on their mind and not really move deeper. We're working on it though. They at least answered. That's a good sign. Zazie goes checks out on the pixies. The pixies now have moved outside of the house. They're growing in the trees. There are some more crystals. And there is one that she snags. And it looks like it will probably grow back. Clem doesn't feel any effects of the drink yet. So we decide, let's go. So we're on the road. We are Knight's driving the carriage. Tara and Clem are on the top. Kiris is outside too. Zazie is inside with the kids. And then all of a sudden, Zazie, Knight, and Clem start to feel sick. They feel so sick. Full body sweats. The marks on Zeva have like moved, and now there are like bites left behind on them. Kiros tries giving a good berry, but it doesn't really work. Kiros and Shantara decide that they're going to stop the cart and talk to Zeva. And Shantara tries to contact Zeva, but it doesn't really feel like there's much progress there. And then Kira sees the bite move. Meanwhile, everyone else is just very sick. We cannot use our dominant hands. And it is just not going well. So all of a sudden, the journey will just continue. They go to this, like, they make it to a swampy town and decide, let's go to a tavern town hall thing. And Caravel, and Shatara go off. I was not here when this was happening. Zazie was blackout. So let me just read this really quick. There is some lady, and she has druidic magic, and she's gonna help. I'm sorry. I feel like my dog is eating something right now. And I am home alone. So hold, please.
I muted myself. That's never a good sound.
Kayla, I love your cardigan. Where the fuck did you
Oh my
get
God.
it?
It's got clouds.
Shein. It's my favorite.
Is it soft? Dude,
The
I'd kill a
clouds
man
are
with a
like
spoon
fuzzy.
with
I don't
that.
know if you could like see it, like it's fuzzy on the clouds. I'm obsessed.
I'd kill a man with a spoon for that.
Or literally, I love it so much. And it's like the, you know how it's like tight, but then it poops?
Yeah, it's cute.
And it's a crop top. Like there's so many things about this that I love.
I love that. Riley, was your dog eating something?
Yes, he was eating my underwear. That little pervert. He was perverted. I am shaming him right now publicly. Shame.
Shame.
Dishonor on you.
Shame.
Dishonor on your
I
cow.
forgot. We've been trying to
Your
close
family.
we've been trying to close our bathroom, and I like just finished getting ready for the evening. I didn't close the restroom. Again, I'm home by myself, so I make mistakes like this, and I'm like, great. Anyways, what was I saying? Something about
The lady
you know what?
being a druid, she's got some powers.
Yeah, let's summarize this fast because I have about a half page and I feel like I am losing my mind a little bit tonight. I do not know why. Anyways, Kyros and Shantara and Caravel get someone to come over and help us. The nightmare crew who entered a nightmare state and saw some random person come back to being bloodletted, except Clem isn't bloodletted because light sand. It don't really work that way. And then we find out this person's name is Panther, and that it's going to take 30 minutes to feel like we're walking again. Panther is able to pull out one of the gems out of Clem's hands. And like we talked about what we saw, somebody took like parts of us, and that like if we know anyone that lives in Corkel, and that is not a name of a location that is here. So I don't know what this name was supposed to be. So I am erasing it. That is a name for another thing. Anyways, maybe Lysander rings a bell to us, and we're like, oh, maybe. And we talk about moon maidens that are usually big, tall, covered in the moon, and in very violent beings. And moon maidens tend to like steal men. And maybe that's why they were pulling Night apart? Question mark? And that's where we ended on this confusing note. And that's it. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That was the worst summary of my life.
That was fantastic. Please enjoy a free inspiration, as well as the first two people in the watch together. Please enjoy your free inspiration as well.
Yay.
All right, so we have ended. We're all pretty much inside the caravan right now, recapping what's going on, talking about what's happening. Correct?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
All
Being
right.
stared at.
Being stared at.
We had the lady staring at us and being like, "You're ill. You two we'll fix you. I don't know what to do with you." So Seraphile's still just sitting there.
You're pretty much getting bloodletted right now. Tara, I think you're the only one that is not enduring this poison.
Mhm.
How's everybody wanting to go about this? How are we feeling?
I'm gonna just look over it, even though, like, I am still so ill, probably. I'm feeling a little better. I'd be like, see, this is what I was talking about. I'm okay to be in a little bit of pain, but see, wouldn't it have sucked if we were all in pain?
Are you really trying to defend
This is
yourself
not
right now?
proving your point. Even a little bit, actually.
I actually think it is.
No, because
No, we
If
were
you
all put
prove-
together for all of this.
Wait.
Remember, that's like
I didn't take the
we're all
deal.
together. We're here.
I didn't do it.
You know, if we weren't all together, you would actually not have even arrived here because Kyros and I had to like bring the cart.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, see? Because you were healthy. That means that we, even though we're sick that bad, equal good you. And then
No, No.
you were able to be healthy
no.
to then go get us help so then we could work as a team so that you could help the team. I'm telling you, if you think about it, 1 + 1 equals 3.
No. All of that was no. But I admire your ability to creatively think. And I'm gonna like boop Zazie on the nose.
Phew.
Thank you, Tara.
I'm gonna boop Clem on the nose too.
touch me. My nose is gonna like shift. I'm trying to keep it all together right now.
I'm gonna turn towards. Oh, nuts! What is her name?
Answer?
Anther.
Panther, the lady
Anther.
outside.
Panther.
Yes.
All right.
So, do you know how to fix them? Maybe.
You'll see the woman will kind of look at you very softly. I'm guessing you have ran into a god of some type. Correct?
Yes. Yes, we have.
Well, it looks like either you'll have to make a deal with a god of higher power, or find a way to get rid of your god now.
That's probably not happening anytime soon.
It is the unfortunate reality.
Is there any reasoning with the god?
You'll see she'll kind of like shrug her shoulders a little bit. It depends on what kind of god you messed with. Is your god
Not
reasonable
typically.
nature?
Not usually, no. Wonderful.
You may be able to alleviate the wound or the infected area if you find a holy pool or a boon pool or something along those lines. Some kind of
Is
sacred
there
area.
anything? Is there anything close to that here?
She kind of looks at you and just shakes her head.
Okay. Great. Great.
Do you want to insight her?
Well, yes, actually, that's probably smart.
Can I?
Yes, anyone who wants to can insight off
I
the
felt
bat.
that was very. Why she giving side eyes? Are we still exhausted?
You are still exhausted.
Meh.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Illness has overtaken my body. I rolled a 20 and a 1 on the die.
That was a
Oh my god.
Truly, I wish you could. Yeah, a 20 and a 1, but it's at disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
21 at disadvantage.
Thank goodness.
I got a
A
nat 20
9.
and a 17.
That 20's off the bat. I'm glad we're getting those out of the way now, guys.
Don't worry, I didn't get by.
You,
Got 8 and 8.
Zazie, Clem, you guys think that this woman is telling the full truth. You don't see any sense in lying necessarily. But both Knight in your gurgled state and Shintara, you get a little bit of, she's not really telling you the whole truth.
You see, I do realize that we have just met, so there may be things that you are not fully comfortable disclosing. However, in my experience with the people in this group, we go to great lengths to make sure that our friends are taken care of. So, if there is something close, we will more than likely find it, one way or another. It would be very helpful if we could get there quicker and without any sort of delay or harm.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can it be with help? Because Knight's just glowering.
Are you trying to intimidate her?
No, he just kind of looks he's watching.
If it's intimidation,
No.
you can get advantage from Knight, but if it's persuasion, it's flat.
Damn.
Sorry. Tara's persuasive. 17.
I'll kind of see the woman will move back a little bit. Along the coastline, towards Iridan, you'll find perhaps pools underground. They are hidden, but if you are as set as you say you are, you'll be able to find them.
Are they dangerous?
They are open to public. So, I don't know who's all prowling around them.
How far away would you say they are?
Probably around Iridan, if you continue going.
Right. Is there anything else we should know about Iridan?
Prepared for an unwelcome greeting. They're not very used to people.
Right. Okay.
And with that, she seems to be stabilizing all three of the people who are sick. All of you feel very woozy. A lot of blood has been lost in this couple of moments. As the woman will kind of back off. And if you have nothing more to say, she's just kind of... You're just gonna see she's gonna walk straight into the woods.
Thank you.
Ah,
Appreciate it.
Right, well, we're gonna go try to find these moon pool things. Underground.
I need
Hang on
flour.
to something.
Need flour if we go there.
like for
Needs
baking,
flour?
making cookies?
No, my friend, she also needs a moon pool.
Who is
Rabbit.
your
Oh,
friend?
yeah. Your
The
friend.
rabbit centipede with the little flower on her paw.
Have you
Flower.
guys checked on any of the creatures that you had at camp?
Well, Stick was in charge of my little baby Sturpin's head.
We were in Clementine's tent feeding plants, and she was supposed to be napping. Pretty
So,
sure it would be
I
kind
have
of
a serpent and a baby Bjorn.
giant rabbit centipede not on the bed anymore.
Is the serpent on you or on Stick?
On Stick.
Okay.
I'm trusting Stick.
Stick
To
is not
report.
with you right now, correct?
Stick should. I thought Stick.
Xanthi. I know, Xanthi is.
I thought both the kids were coming.
Yeah, they both came.
I hope to God that they're okay.
Well, I was crafting with both
Tara-
of them
Tara was
in
not thinking about that.
the cart before she felt sick. She was teaching them embroidery.
Zazie,
Oh,
can you give me a
that's cute.
D20 flat, please?
No,
Oh no. Oh no.
baby. Okay, 11. Average.
Everything seems to be fine. Stick is still here. Xanthi is still here. You can see Xanthi is kind of poking Knight with a stick a little bit in the corner just to make sure he's alive or to prod at him, either or. Definitely in a way that Knight can't reach. It's like too low, so it's too much energy to get to him. He's just being a slight menace.
Stop.
You know, I'm gonna be like, Stick! Can you please hold my hand? That's what we do with people we care about.
Stick just grabs onto your hand, and you can kind of see that she's eating some kind of snack above you, and there's just crumbs everywhere. She holds your hand.
I open my mouth.
She's giving you food too, feeding.
See, I feel so much better now that somebody I care about is holding my hand, and I'm looking at Xanthi. I'm modeling behavior.
Now you'll watch as Xanthi stands up and kind of just looms over your head and just takes a whole fistful of whatever Stick is eating and jams it into your mouth like a snack.
Can I try to deflect it?
You can only really do this. Your body is stiff. You can move out of the way, but he's just trying to give you these snacks as best as he can.
Slow down. You're going to make me choke.
That's how Stick's eating it.
That's Stick, though. I'm not Stick. I have different teeth. I have fangs.
I'm delicate. I have fangs.
The teeth of a killer Bella.
You'll see Xanthi will look at you and give a small laugh. Delicate fangs. And will kind of slowly feed you food. And just make sure every 2 seconds, is that delicate?
I just
Soft
didn't
enough?
want to choke.
Okay.
Oh my
We'll
god.
go softer.
He just looks so exhausted and defeated. Like, he's at the point of just being like, I can't believe this is my life right now.
Absolute fantastic. Tara, are we moving the carriage? Are we sitting? What are we doing right now?
I'm going to Caravel.
Caravel.
Do you? He seems.
Oh, he just kind of seems like he's just watching this. A little laughter on his lips.
Caravel, do you mind driving the carriage?
I have no reserves against that.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to contact Zeva. From the top, because it seems as though she is not particularly happy. And I'm going to see if there's anything I could do about that.
Might I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Perhaps we do not try and contact your evil god whilst on the road. Other things can technically sense that aura.
That is smart. We could do it when we go into our pocket dimension then.
Or into Iridan. If... Depends on how there are now.
Could she not be drawn into Iridan?
I'm not worried about Zeva. I'm worried about the things around us sensing Zeva and becoming hostile due to that aura.
Alright. I shall wait then, and try to watch for these moon pools that are around here.
There's no moon pool that'll be easily accessible.
Yes, she said it was underground.
Well, that will be interesting to find.
Yes. It seems, though, that is one of the only ways to make their illness not as potent.
It seems like
And
it's
she
the
seems to
only
believe
option.
that... Yes. Well, I mean... We could make a deal with a higher being than Zeva, or we could ask Zeva to, I don't know, calm down a little. But both of those things seem like unrealistic expectations. So... And I would happily make another deal with Rael, of course, but...
It does not
I don't-
seem as if Rael is truly competing against Zeva quite well.
No, he is not. Don't tell him that I said that. He's going to give me an earful about it later.
To be fair, Rael is not a god that originates from here where Zeva is. It's a longer distance.
True. Also true.
Alright, well, it seems as if...
Wait.
Hmm?
Do you know about Rail?
I've heard some small things.
Oh, I have to hear this. Mate, perhaps while we drive?
It's just from you, you know, other than your, speakings.
Oh, I'm sure it absolutely is, my friend. I'm sure.
Mhm.
Should you mind sharing with the class?
I haven't the slightest of inclinations of what you are inferring.
Oh, come now, Caravel. What's a little bit of
Gossip.
gossip amongst friends?
You'll see Carol kind of move a little closer. Well, let us just say I might know a little more about your birdie than he would like me to know. But we mustn't speak and tell so openly on the road.
Caravel, you ruined me.
Absolutely I do. I'm a man of secrecy, Shantara. Loose lips sink ships.
Oh, I am aware of that. How about this? When we go back to our home, I will buy you an alcohol of your choice. Or a drink of your choice, and we can discuss matters.
Shantara, you think a singular bottle of wine would be enough to buy me? What kind of cheap whore do
Well-
you think I am?
Well, I think a singular bottle of wine and potentially more questions about myself or other people around would tempt you. And a cheap bottle of wine. What am I? A person with no class?
Alright, I will take your deal. A bottle of wine, a nice vintage, a nice evening, and secrets being shared amongst friends. After we go to Irden and get our issues sorted.
That sounds lovely to me.
And Carabel will kind of step down as he's kind of going towards the helm of the ship. Can someone roll me a d12, please? And tell tell me what it is.
A 10.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Are we doing or wanting to say anything before we start our carriage ride to Eardown?
Did they just have that conversation, like, in the carriage?
I assume it's more out towards when Carabel's about to step in. I feel like the
Can I
two
make-
secretive beings wouldn't hear that.
I would like to attempt to listen in. Because, like, I'm seeking comfort right now, and I'm like, where the fuck did Caravel go?
I will give you that. It's still disadvantage because you are exhausted.
That is fine. Well, what is perception? Yes?
Mhm.
17 at disadvantage.
You hear a couple of bits of words, Caravel talking about Rail and at least showing some level of understanding, Shantara and them agreeing to have a chit-chat, and that's about it. Not too many details, but enough to kind of get a general gist.
Cool. I'm gonna drag myself towards the front.
You see Caravel is there and is already kind of pulling you to the front with him.
Oh, thank you.
You should rest.
Yep. But I didn't want to be on the floor, melting further.
He kind of sprawls his, like, cloak around you and kind of keeps you centered as he pretty much tries to take care of you as you meditate. Does anyone
Fabulous.
else want to do anything?
Who is in the back?
It's Tara, you, Zazzy, Stick, Xanthi, and Amira. Amira is fluttering around you, Knight, so.
Okay. Because I remember Knight had taken out the mirror after we had met the cloak guy.
Mhm.
And I imagine that at this point he's kind of like flopped on the ground, using a mirror as a pillow, but has positioned himself in a place where he's also close to Zazzy.
Okay. Are
He's
you
just kind of like, I feel like he's holding the handle of this mirror like it is a life vest. He's very much a man that man flu is a thing, so everything is 10 times worse. Or so he makes it seems.
I am deceased. Are you trying to speak to the mirror right now?
He is. But first, before he speaks to the man, he'll be like, Zazzy. Zazzy. He's like bumping
Ow!
you a little bit.
I'm
Sorry.
hurt. What? Yes.
Sorry, I don't know. Can't really control my body at the moment. I got this mirror.
Oh, cool. Are you gonna look at yourself? I don't suggest. I feel like it's gonna be bad.
No, it's a mirror that there's someone on the other side that will answer questions. And I was gonna ask who's the guy in the cloak.
Oh, it answers questions. It's not just like a person.
Oh, wait. Yes, there's someone there. She has his name. What was the name? Clem, what was her name? Just like yelling.
Technically Claire.
It's technically Claire.
Technically, it's a really weird first name still, but you know.
I was like, wait. So do we call her Miss Claire?
I was just gonna call her Claire.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Claire.
that's a good idea.
Okay,
Is this mirrors honest?
I think so. The only thing is I'll have to answer a question back.
Oh.
I don't know what that is, but Claire. Hi.
You'll
Uh.
you'll all watch as the entire room will go pure white. Shintar, you also see this. Everyone, even Clem, as the carriage begins to sift away, leaving what only looks to be this creature of pure mesh, like fishnets that come out in these waves, and a singular porcelain mask over it that has now kind of engraved itself a little bit more. You see 4 new engravings on this porcelain mask that were not there before. Greetings and salutations.
Hi. Excuse me and us for a moment. I'm not feeling the greatest, but I did have a question. We just met a man in a cloak and we couldn't see his face. What is his name?
You'll see she'll kind of close her eyes and begin to spindle a little bit. His name is Errant.
Have we heard? This isn't a question
You've
for
never
you,
heard this
Claire.
name. You've never
Okay.
heard this name before in your life.
Okay. Sassy, did you hear that? Will you remember that?
Errant.
Errant. Can I ask all my questions to you, Claire, first, and then you can answer your questions
She'll
in
put
the
up her
end?
hand. One at a time. Zazzy,
Wait, I didn't ask a question.
you didn't have to. But you still owe me an answer regardless.
Oh.
Oh.
How does it feel to know that Knight slaughtered your mentor? Does it anger you?
Oh. What? Huh?
You can
I
only
think-
answer in pure truths.
I think Zazzy's pure truth is, wait, this can't be real. Well, if that's true, then hmm.
Full sentence, please.
I'm thinking I'm ill. I guess
Ew.
it makes me sad to know. But that was a different night.
You'll watch as her little hands will come out and kind of spindle your words together as it'll wrap into a mesh. As it kind of spindles in towards her, as another crack will go on her mask. Almost, and she'll kind of pat her mouth and then look back to you again, Knight. Continue.
Oh, I didn't. I thought whoever asked the question had to answer them.
Anyone within my radius is eligible. All of you are agreeing to a question to ask me. The way that I can ask you any questions.
Well, I guess this is your opportunity to leave if anyone doesn't want to answer any questions. You can, like, look around the group.
I can only answer questions if everyone is present.
I thought you said it had to be at least 2 people.
As your group size has increased from the last time I met you, I need everyone to be present.
It has
Mama, I'm
learned.
asking the question.
It's learning. Claire is learning.
Do you desire another question?
Yeah, I wanted to know what those 2 women wanted with me. I shouldn't be asking questions when I don't feel well.
You'll see she'll take the question, kind of move it. The 2 Moonbanens are acting on another person's volition to assess, evaluate, identify.
What other person?
One question at a time. Shantara. How does it feel to know that Rael is serving someone within your vicinity?
Intrigued?
And she'll, again, take your thing. As you'll see, it'll kind of spindle out. And it'll kind of turn into this blue-like color as it will change the mesh. Continue.
Who sent them? The name of the person who sent them.
Malele.
I have met Balele, have I not? God, that was forever ago.
It was forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just so, like, before I look through the notes, is that who Ophelia was terrified of?
She was the person in the pocket dimension that we met.
Yeah, and there was someone that Ophelia was quite scared of. Okay.
Oh, I remember who this lady is now.
She
Yeah.
owns a year of your life.
2 years of our lives, okay?
You should-
At any point in time.
You'll see, she'll look over to you, Knight. There's just an odd kind of glazed look to her. Almost as she's truly evaluating you. How difficult do you think it would be to take Ophelia from you?
To take Ophelia from me? I'd say that'd be pretty damn impossible.
And she'll take the answer and begin to web it, as you'll see a new tuft of red will come out from underneath her. I have energy for one more question.
Today, this is not it. You said it was unlimited.
I have to adjust. Process. You can come back later when I have recalibrated.
Well, I have another question if no one else wants to use it.
Your mirror.
Yeah, your mirror.
Well, mostly I want to know, what does Malele want to know about me?
She'll look at you once more. She is evaluating your mettle, your worth, if you would be sufficient enough for the cost.
Knight just looks confused. Evaluate.
Clementine.
Hmm.
When was the last time you spoke to the entity that gave you your name? Does it still follow you?
Entity?
The
It's
entity.
been months, maybe. I honestly have no idea how much
It's been about a
game
month.
time has passed. A month. I've assumed so. But maybe not, actually. The last time she said no, she couldn't. She had something else to do.
And you'll see her hand will again pull out as she'll kind of weave it into her mesh once more. And with that, you'll watch as she'll kind of crack a little bit, shiver, and the entire visage will go down.
Thank you, Claire. Can you nap now? Are we done? Can I go nap now? Can I go back? Can I?
Puts the mirror back into the pack.
Thank God.
All right, is there anything else we want to do or talk about?
I think Zazi's just gonna succumb to her illness and roll over and fall asleep and like take stick and snuggle stick. Stick, please heal me.
All right, does anyone else want to do anything?
I think if everybody in the back of the carriage is chilling, Tara will go back on top and like scout.
All right. Everyone good? All right. As Caravel pulls the carriage through, it is changed from about midday to nighttime. The ride to Irden is quite long. Most of you will not notice this as you're going to go ahead and take a long rest, fully shedding off that point of exhaustion. Your hand, however, still is stiff and black. Shantara, you will watch as the road turns from this marshy, deep, kind of almost muddy, gravelly road into a mountainous path within maybe an hour of, maybe 2 hours. Before you'll see almost like a crescent moon shape of mountains that are divided solely by one pathway. Are you taking a nap at all? Because this will be pretty much all night.
Probably, yeah. If it's gonna be all night, she'll probably, like, jump down to Caravel and be like, would you like to take watches? Or turns?
I technically do not need sleep, so if you wish to relax, I can continue, but I will not be able to watch the pack.
Alright. I'm also... Yeah. Yeah, I might take a rest quickly.
Go ahead. There shouldn't be too much right now. It's a little late.
Alright.
Alright.
So Tara will rest, yeah?
All right. As the morning comes, you will feel the thick haze of fog slowly swift into the carriage, and the sound of cawing seagulls. Are we all waking up pretty early? We've slept for about probably 10 hours now. It's been a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you all wake up around the same time?
Yeah,
Night's
that kind of-
always been an early riser.
Zazzy, are you still early
Tar-
rising?
Yeah, I think I woke up in a fright. Of like,
Shantara?
Tara will I'd imagine that Tara was out really late, like as late as she could be, so I don't actually think she would wake up very quickly.
Not Caravel. Clem, you only need 4 hours of technical sleep.
Yeah, I probably was on low power mode up in the front, just leaning against Caravel, just
You're just
cataloging everything I see.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
just like
As all of you except for Tara really wake up, you will hear the crackling of your carriage moving back and forth as the town of Iridan will slowly peer into view as you ascend over the tallest peak of these hills that your carriage could go. It is... Ha ha ha. I can move you all there onto... I will go ahead and move you all there. It is a very tiny coastal town that looks as if several pieces of jagged rocks have been ripped and reformed, structured together in a state of odd reformation. There is no walls. It looks as if these mountains have been oddly fortified to become their own type of protection. The people are almost nowhere to be seen as it is caked in a layer of fog and sea breeze. The only damning or real overpowering sound is the constant rhythmic crash of waves that continues to berate your senses. This doesn't feel calming. This is overwhelming. Do we want to do anything before we try and enter the town of Iridan?
All right, so what is our plan? We try to find town mayor, or
Unfortunately, Iridan doesn't technically have a mayor. Their town is more of a glot. You will more than likely find a priest. They are quite religious, last time I checked. More tribal, if anything.
so if that's their leader, I mean, that might be the best option.
I believe their leader's name, if I were to remember quite quickly, is... I think it's Tamrance, but I'm not sure.
Tamrance. Okay. Let's find Tamrance.
I just sent you his name to just spell it out for myself, because I had to spell out the name. Sorry, Tosh.
That's okay. I was like, what are you sending me?
It's just Tamrance.
Secrets!
It's just Tamrance's name.
I got secrets.
All right.
Well, share it with the class so we
the
can
name
type it correctly?
Tamrance.
I say
Tam-
we. It's Riley right now taking the notes.
Tamrince.
Tamrance.
Rince.
Tamrance.
Okay, I got it. I'm doing the notes. I'm doing them pretty well. Just look.
Doing God's work.
God's work.
I've been watching.
Thank you. I felt your contribution. Okay, Tamrance. You said that they're religious?
Quite so.
What do they worship? Or who do they worship?
So the unfortunate part with Irden is due to conflicts during the 100-year Holy War, they no longer really speak or identify themselves to anyone outside of their own tribe. It is quite uncommon to really know what has happened within Irden. This is the first time they've really let anybody in, and it's not truly of their own behest. It's due to the fact everything's dying. So, most of everything we see here is the first documentation of this town since, I would say, the early 1700s.
Lovely. Let's,
Do you still have your human ears, Knight?
I think so. I don't think I've hear better than before. Or worse. Why?
Just a question.
I'm sure there's a reason behind the question.
Just a thought. I'm just simply thinking aloud.
Explain the thought then. What caused it?
I just wonder if seeing a human might cause them into some shock, but you don't appear very human-esque anymore.
I mean, I have fangs and horns now, and I don't exactly walk on flat feet, so...
You do have hooves. I'm just joking.
I don't want hooves!
Knight has hooves!
I do not. The toes are still there.
He's just... Tip, 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 tip. It was just simply a question.
Okay. Well, let's, forge on forward.
All right. Are we all ready to enter the town of Iredin? All right. You all are on. Is everyone on One More Multiverse?
Yep. Dip, 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 dip.
Mhm.
Dip, 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 dip. You will see as you come closer to the gate, two large golems that kind of crackle and pop with power. Hey, you haven't talked to the golems yet. Get off the bridge. Back on back. They need to be spoken to, these little ladies. You'll watch as these two creatures that kind of pulsate with power will slowly move towards you. Good evening. What is the manner of your appearance?
We are here to help.
Identify help.
Neutral party, that's us.
Neutral party. You see it kind of twitch a little bit, almost as this kind of creature begins to sizzle in the rain that is falling on it, as its hand will pop out. Identification, please.
I smile.
Face card.
I just like
All names.
I don't know if you guys remember, but you guys did get sigils from Caravel for the neutral town stuff to basically identify
Oh, that's right.
all the way in the beginning, so he kind of extends out his hand.
Take it out. This.
that. I thought you just wanted to. Her robot.
You'll see he'll take it and kind of you'll see a light scan it as he'll come back to his side. Authorization accepted. Enter at your own whim. As it'll kind of begin to short circuit again.
Her own whim. Wow. That's kind of nice.
Taking it back and putting it back on. Oh, great. Thank you.
It just
Do you
stares
ha-
at you glossy-eyed.
Do you know where Tamrance can be found?
Priest Tamrance can be seen outside. And he kind of points to where it looks to be a giant statue-esque thing in the middle of the town. They don't have giant statues, but it's about here. You see where all these rocks are? That's kind of where the
Yeah.
statue is.
Thank you.
Glossy. Can you guys go ahead and... Someone do me a perception check.
All or
What
one?
about my passive perception?
You know, actually, what's everyone's passive perception?
17.
25!
Jesus!
14.
Kara? What's your passive perception?
Apologies, 16.
Everyone, except for Zazzy and Clem, will just see as you're entering the town, dozens of just golems, kind of sitting in the corners and the crevices, almost blending into everything, as they're coated in just different things. You are the only two that seem to notice these creatures as they perfectly are just standing still. As you walk up, he doesn't have the name Tamrance, but it's fine. He just is working. As you walk up, you will see what looks to be this odd dragonborn-like creature standing. It is quite tall, covered in blue scales, and constantly dripping. Even in the constant rain, it still seems to be wet. Wetter than you would be in a drizzle, as he has fish-like ears, webbed fingers, as he seems to be praying to a giant statue of a robed man. He has not noticed you. He is fully devoted to this statue.
Does the statue look familiar?
You can go ahead and roll me a history check.
No. Nuts. 11.
You get a faint sense of arcana off of this, but other than that, there is nothing interesting or anything familiar about this statue. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Zazzy. Is it rude to interrupt someone who's currently praying?
It could be, yes, especially if he's asking for, he's Eric and has to kind of ask, like me, to get spells. So we could wait a little bit. I don't know, we're kind of, I just realized that we're also kind of being rude because I'm kind of talking louder than a whisper right now.
As you are all talking, you'll watch as more people begin to almost apparate around this statue that were never there before.
That's a lot of people. Are they teleporting?
There is no sound other than the constant chants.
Um,
Can I try to, like, do we know what they're saying? Like, these chants?
If you want to roll me in intelligence, or if someone wants to do comprehend language.
I have that. Knight will do that without even thinking.
I rolled an intelligence, too.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know that I'm doing that. And I got a 19.
As you are watching them, Zazzy, you will watch more and more things apparate. What they are saying is perhaps not entirely religious, but almost something summoning. It's a constant chant that is rhythmic and embedded with magic. You cast comprehend language? Knight?
Yes,
Is it just like that, or is it take a second?
it's like that.
As you are standing there, you will almost feel something kind of tickle at your ears as they begin to kind of sizzle at their tips. And you will hear these people begin to continually chant, "Oh, Father, please find me for which thou art lost. I am cradled in your darkness. Allow the machinery that weaves the earth and the sky and the metal together. Oh, Father, guide me to where in which it is your plan, your decision. Taken to me what I am meant to find." As they are just pretty much praying to this Father character to dispel upon them some kind of magic. But there's a constant reiteration of metal. You will also feel a magic within these words as they continue to chant.
I will whisper the words to the group, being the translator of all of this.
You will also notice that there is not entirely magic just on them, but the statue itself.
Give you a sense of what type of magic, or
You can roll an Arcana if you'd like.
not that smart. I will try. That's a 5. There's also a lot of magic coming off of the statue and around. Does it seem like they're ending anytime soon?
This seems to be like a continual chant. Like, maybe you could go forward and see what's going on. If you wanted to, you might be able to disrupt him.
You know, we only have so much time. I'm just gonna go speak to him.
Oh, okay. Do you want my help?
Probably smart.
Best luck, Tayo.
What?
Sorry, that's just best of luck. I'm gonna stay back here and listen.
Okay, so you're staying back.
Yes.
You two are going forward, Zazzy and Knight. Shantara, what are you doing?
I think Tara's just kind of hanging out. I feel like she's maybe poking around, like on the outside.
The statue did resonate with magic. Is that something that Chara would want to look at?
Probably, yeah.
Do you want to roll another Arcana check?
Yeah. Yeah.
right. Well, while you're
Or
doing,
like a history or
You
something
can
like
ch-
that.
this is Arcana, but if you want to roll a history, I can let you roll a history.
Let's
Well-
just do Arcana. What the hell?
While you roll that, Knight and Zazzy, you both are walking up to Tamrance.
Yes.
You can see again, he's praying. He doesn't seem to really take too much mind of you.
Hello.
So, yep. You Tamrance?
Priest Tamrance?
Father Tamrance?
Mr.
see.
Tamrance?
He'll kind of go like this. My name is Father Tamrance. What can I do for you today?
Oh!
And he kind of takes his little hands down as he just emanates blue. What in the mighty apple have you guys brought into me today?
We're here to help! We heard you had, some issues?
He kind of
Ew.
looks at you again. Do you have your identification?
Well, the golems let us in. I smile again.
That is true, but I'd like to see things with my own very eyes. Can I see your identification?
Here you go.
You see he puts on a little pair of spectacles. Sounds good to me. What can I do for with any kind of help that you need to be directed?
Mostly, we would like to know the main concerns of what has happened around the town. We have rumors of the unstable magic that's been happening around here.
That is, you can kind of see Father Tamrance will kind of clam up for a second. Well, I haven't actually experienced no weird phenomena, but apparently our medicine man does say that we have some kind of weird things going bad. I think it's hearsay. Our Apple Lord will keep us safe, but
Oh, Lord.
perhaps our Apple Lord himself, he will keep us safe.
I'm new to the area. Could you tell me a little bit more about your Apple Lord?
He kind of points to the statue, and you'll watch as it kind of... Zazzy, with your perception, you'll watch as this statue that kind of looks like a robed man, very close, you'll see droplets of rain hit where a statue isn't, and kind of roll down an invisible surface and drip.
Okay, but could you like tell me? I love to learn about other people. I'd love to learn a little bit more about this Apple Lord.
Oh, absolutely. We love to tell new people about the Apple Lord. Why don't you come on down? We have a church on the... He kind of points over here to where all of these rock formations are. Over here, we hold a sermon every night. I go ahead, I sit on those rocks, I pray, I pull, I commune with Mr. Apple Lord, and I pull him over here. That's where you can really get a whole sense of what we're doing. But if you're looking for information on that wacky hijinks, that definitely is not commuting here. You're gonna have to go talk to Moosebergs.
Moose?
That is our medicine man. I don't really believe in what Hoobie Jibby he said. He says that you can get injections that really keep you safe. They're called a vaccine. I don't believe
Oh
in
no. Okay, well I gotta go. You know what? I think you've been enough help.
I believe that our Lord, Apple Lord, man, he will keep us safe right here in my soul. But if you want to go talk to someone like that, he's all the way over there. But you all should come join us for a sermon tonight. Can I expect
Maybe
you
we'll-
there?
You know what? Count me in. I'll be there.
Good. It is unfortunately mandatory for everyone to participate once they enter in the walls of the sanctum. So I expect to see all you.
Wait, so you invited us, but we're actually forced to go?
That is one of the laws and dictations of being here. Unfortunately, we are. I didn't make the rules. It was the man in the sky who told me how to really govern this way.
Okay, do you have like a list of these rules just so that we can make sure to follow them while we're here, and we'll read them on our way to the medicine man?
He kind of points, and you'll see on that same rock, a placard will appear, kind of like very off in the distance. But as he points to Murik, he points over here. As he kind of, Murik's over there. You'll see him catching a quick bite before he goes back to his medicine hut.
Okay.
Before we go, let me guess. Are there 10 rules on that tablet?
The 10 Commandments. No, we abide by a simple rule of 37.
37. Wow, I cannot wait to get into the numerology of your religion.
We cannot either. Any new person to be a part of this is absolutely incited. And he'll kind of, as he kind of nods, he'll turn back, and we're gonna go, "Oh, Mama in the sky, please." As he's gonna continue to chant at this
Oh.
statue.
Wonder.
Okay, let's go. Let's leave.
I am interested to know more about the lore.
Shantara, you did roll an Arcana check. Can I see what that Arcana check is?
Yes, it was an 18.
As you are looking at this statue, you can sense some type of illusionary magic draped over this, and even over some of the land in total.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket for right now.
Alright. Are we heading over to Moonrick? What are we doing?
What is his name?
Can you
Moonrick?
say it? Moonrick?
Moonrick.
Okay,
Like
okay.
Moon and Rick?
Moonrick, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna gather the crew. Oh, hey, don't slander their god, the Apple Lord.
Father. The Apple Father.
You know, we will not take his name in vain.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I've heard of that rule before. There's an invisible wall in that direction. Can't get over there.
You can't?
No.
What? I don't know why you can't. That's actually really
Aha!
Oh.
I made it. Hee hee hee.
How'd you get there?
I went behind a building, but now I'm stuck.
It's okay.
Uh,
As you all start heading over to where you believe Moonrick is, you will see this kind of tiny cafe, and it is filled with an abundance of people on the outside. It seems like no one's really on the inside. It's almost dead empty as a woman who looks almost taller than the building hunches over, holding a pitcher in her clawed black hand, pouring a coffee. Can anyone roll me a nature check?
Anyone?
Anyone?
Can try.
I'm befuddled.
I'm gonna use this point of inspiration. Oh my gosh, that was worse.
A 7.
Oh, I did it.
Anyone else want to roll?
I got an 11.
I got 3, so
12.
Both of you don't really know, both Zazzy and Knight. You seem quite befuzzled by this creature, but both Shantara and Clem, as you walk through, you watch as this creature, this woman, kind of hunches over, and you will see leathery black skin. This seems to be almost like an aquatic demon of kind. usually is hostile on sight. It is quite a bloodthirsty creature. But this one is just simply holding a pitcher of coffee and trying to do that cream trick. As you can hear coming from inside the building. And there's a couple of other little ones watching.
She's making latte art.
She's trying her best. On the outside of the building, you will also see a wide variety. You see furbolgs, tabaxis. There is what looks to be a giant cow-like man sitting in a stool that looks like it's about to break with an orcish woman. They seem to be in a heated conversation before the woman kind of huffs and moves to another table to enjoy her latte.
Okay, so which one of them looks like they work here?
The one that might look like a Moonrick.
There's a giant cow man.
Move.
Well, I'm not one to judge.
There's a giant cow man, there's an orc woman, a tabaxi, what looks to be, and then the three creatures inside.
Do we want to do this hard way or do we want to do it the easy way?
Why
Is there a Moonrick here?
There you go. Thanks, Clem.
You'll watch as the giant kind of moon, the giant cowman will kind of look over to you. The name is Marick, not Moorick.
Oh, I thought moon, like the moon. Moonrick.
You kind of see him huff out a little bit. Even the newcomers are taking on the title of Moorick. And he kind of drinks his little latte.
Well, that's,
We're very polite people. Sorry, your leader just told us that was your name.
Of course he did. He doesn't even know the difference between lemons and lemon juice.
Yeah. Do you want to? What do you know what the difference is?
He kind of just looks at you dumbfounded as he just continues to drink his little latte.
Sounds like somebody I've heard before.
He kind of huffs a little bit. Is there something that you need with me?
We heard you were the medicine man of this town.
Technically so.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead, Knight. Did you have a question? I can go. I was just
You are
gathering my
welcome.
thoughts.
Okay,
So,
you're doing great.
we heard there was some issues in the town.
Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Priest Tamrance and all the other folk, everything's hunky-dory. But if you ask anyone else who has a pair of eyes, there's quite a bit wrong here.
Could you maybe describe some of the issues, maybe when they started or where they started? And we're actually the neutral party. We're here to help. We believe you, actually.
He kind of reclines a little bit, and he points to where the statue is. You see that? All around that statue is a type of poison or something. Those blotches of dark green grass. Tamrance keeps blotching them over and saying it's nothing. No type of blight. But it's everywhere, and it's spreading. Can't grow crops no more, 'cause even if he just illusion magics whatever it is the issue is, the ground still knows it's fraught. the produce is still gross and rotten. And with the magical surges, it just keeps coming in and out. I can't even make no trinkets or kumbobs in order to make it purified again.
Is like this blight? Is that also have to? I noticed that it's quite foggy. Is that Is that just kind of the weather here?
We are a coastal town, so it's always been foggy. But due to the constant rain and clouds, it's always foggy every day.
Would you say there's like a time that this actually started when you started seeing?
Maybe a couple weeks ago.
It's way more fun when you say it.
Is there any places that it's like really bad? Maybe we could go check it out.
He kind of points upwards. Past the market stalls, there's a couple of women there that are making use of the weather. They might be able to tell you a bit more information on the fluxation of everything. They usually use it in order to make their potions and things like that.
Oh. They use like the town mist to make potions?
I don't know exactly what they use, but they use a lot of weird stuff. I don't know if you catched on, but Iridan's just filled with odd critters and beings.
Oh. It seems like there's just a lot of stories to be told here when I look around.
Everyone here has a different story and a different way of being, so if you want any answers, you're going to have to interrogate a lot of people. I don't really know what's going on.
Well, it seems like, according to your leader, that you seem to be kind of leading the charge.
I'm leading the charge on vaccines and not leaving our medical expertise up to God.
Oh. Is that one of the new things that has been implemented?
You'll see him kind of move a little closer. Father Terrence is trying to uproot old traditions. Some people think that this is the land's way of getting vengeance on him some kind of way.
Huh. Well, he might be like the root cause.
It's possible, but things only started happening quite recently. Terrence has been here for a little bit.
Does anybody else have any other quick question? Oh, by the way, I'm Zazie. These are my friends.
Very nice to meet y'all folk. My name's Marik.
Murik.
Marik. Moonrick is a very nice pet name that Mr. Tamrance likes to give me due to my... I think you know what.
Because you worship the moon?
No, because I'm a cow.
Oh, moo. I was hearing moon.
I think either works. Apparently, he thinks it's quite dastardly funny. I don't quite agree. If you're looking for more answers, he'll kind of point up again. Those ladies are probably where you're going to go.
Okay, well, thank you for the information, and anyway.
Thank you.
Help.
We are trapped in here.
Help.
You don't need to get out, guys. Don't worry about it. I can't actually let you out. Oh, there you go. There you go. Go ahead. Come on out.
No. Yay.
Come on
Freedom.
out, fellas.
These lovely women?
As you all begin to move upwards, you will see several stalls that are empty, kind of cracked. You could see some old names of old businesses and stalls that seem to have unfortunately withered with time. But in the very back, past these giant rocks, you'll see a type of hut made out of straw, sticks, mud, and thatch, with large and small women standing about it. This is very apparently hags. It is incredibly uncommon to see them just out and about mingling with people. It's almost incredibly jarring.
Before we go in, I'm gonna just be like, so just a heads up, the majority of the magic from the Apple Lord, or whatever his name, the Apple God,
Man.
Apple Man, sure. Most of his magic was illusionary magic. So just be careful with what you are seeing or not seeing. There's a potential that there is more things in the area that we are not aware of. There is equally things that we are seeing that is not actually there.
It's good
Good
to
to
know.
know. Jinx!
Yet.
Okay, so these could just be some wizards or druids for all we know.
Yes.
I see women in STEM.
Yes. We love a woman in STEM.
Women practicing sciences.
I
We love
think
women supporting women.
all of you should do the talking.
You scared?
Well, no. I mean, I did encounter some hags back in Pangaea where they've used children's bones to pick their teeth. But these do not. They do not seem like that type. But they're all women. I am the only man here. Well, is Caravel there?
Caravel is very stickly behind you, and you can see that Caravel has kind of got a book out and seems to be documenting quite fervently every detail of what's going on here.
Oh, well, one of two.
Clement's asking this from behind you. Like, what? You scared? Just kind of hiding. Like, this is fine.
These women make potions. They're trying to keep a business afloat, so let's go talk to them.
We're profiting off of suffering, but this is fine.
Also, there
Yes.
was already interesting characters here at the coffee shop.
Well, I noticed, especially the biggest building.
As you all
I
begin
want
to
the
walk,
thing with the thingy. They were making something and it smelled interesting.
as you all begin to walk up, you could see the woman over here immediately kind of hones in on all three of you, as she kind of croons. Sorry, technically five of you.
I was like, night doesn't count, apparently.
Get out of here, Knight! As she kind of croons forward. Are you new here? I haven't seen your faces before.
From the neutral party, now I'm like using the badge. The sigil, like very neutral party business.
Oh, yes, we've been expecting you for quite some time now. It is lovely to finally put faces to the names.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Helena.
Well, nice to meet you, Helena. We again, neutral party business. Could you tell us about kind of any odd things? Maybe your opinions on the Apple Lord. Any strange occurrences happening here? Your opinion on vaccines?
Are you asking me if I follow the rhetoric of Tamrance?
Yeah.
No. I'm simply enjoying the fruits of the area as much as any hag can.
The fruits of the area.
The ground is quite flitted. Useful, even, as the blight continues to creep in. I take some bits and bobbles of it in order to create my potions and wares.
Oh, so this blight is actually helpful to you.
Anything is helpful to a resourceful being.
But have you always been from around here?
Yes, I have been here since. She kind of looks up. Almost its conception.
And all of the other women with you?
These are my daughters. And she kind of looks at both of them, and you could see that they also have that hag-like mannerism as they kind of wave to you. But they seem to be more tending to the table that's in front of them, filled with bits, baubles, and magical items.
We were told that the blight has been causing some issues in the town.
That is correct. And she'll kind of nod.
Are these issues related to like, and I'm like pointing back to the chanters, like the mass hysteria that seems to be happening here?
She'll kind of smile a little wickedly. Information doesn't come cheap.
And what sort of things are you looking for exactly to trade in?
The unusual kind, or anything that perplexes me. Do you have anything that is odd and unusual? And no, I do not want children. Just saying this. As a hag, I'm putting that out there. Come on, something interesting.
Pull out a pair of earrings.
No, magic. Come. Something
Oh!
sentimental or magical. Something that will make your heart ache with it being gone. I'm still a hag. I require something a little more divisive.
I like that all the things that were given to me are gifts. It's rude to re-gift.
This whole information.
You do have arcane crystals.
I know. I'm like, but my children, my children made those for me. Okay, but I will like I'm gonna just like straight up sit on the floor, open my bag, and start digging through, looking for something. And I will probably. I feel like the crystal is one of those things that it falls all the way to the bottom, so I had to pull so many random things out. Ooh, look at this. You ever seen one of these before?
You'll see her giant clawed kind of fingers will kind of pick it up.
Whoa!
I need to evaluate. I don't steal. Let me see. Let me see.
Okay.
She'll take it. You have crystal weavers? How entrancing. I'll give you the information for 2 of your pixies.
Oh. 2 of them?
I need them to be able to create a colony.
Well, I'll see which ones are in jail. I'll leave it up to a vote. I mean, I have like hundreds of pixies at this point, right?
There is a lot of them.
Okay, I will. 2 pixies. Not anymore.
Alright, and she'll kind of crack her nails. Have you noticed that the town is a little too clean? A little too new, don't you say?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem a tad bit odd?
Okay, well, we know there's illusion magic.
Come closer. I will show you what they're hiding.
Okay.
And Zazie, as her finger will kind of warble on your forehead, does anybody else wish to see the magic they so hide from you? Ah.
I do, yes.
A human? A genasi! Fantastic. Are you also coming here to venture into the sea pilgrimage?
Sea
The
pilgrimage.
sea pilgrimage?
The genasis come here every so often in order to go to the sunken sea, ruled by their mother.
I did not know that they stopped here.
Are you not a genasi?
I am. I was not raised
Ah,
by
I see.
a colony.
Yes. Under this area is the only place you are able to really reconvene and find your creator in a way. The woman named Greed that lives under the sea.
Mm.
I believe she's trapped in hell right now, but...
Yes, I have heard that. Do you know when they will be here?
They won't be here for some good time. It just happened, but if you find the man with the moon lantern, he can take you to her.
The man with the moon lantern?
Mm-hmm. He usually traverses around. He was here a couple days ago. I believe he's on his way to Corkel next, but I'm not entirely sure.
A man with a moon lantern. Does he wear a hood?
Usually.
Um. Oh my gosh, I can't. I already forgot his. What they said his name was. Do you know his name?
Ardent?
Aren't.
Well, I was seeing if they knew.
Oh.
Orange?
Yeah.
Oh.
That sounds familiar. Close enough. He goes by a couple of names.
What are some
And they-
other ones?
Mm. I can't remember. I heard some women call him just simply lust. An embodiment of it.
I would like to insight check.
Go ahead.
I want to know if she's lying to me. I believe her. I rolled a 2 on the dice, so a 5.
She is 110% being honest with you. All right.
I'm ready to be booped.
Is everyone ready to be booped?
Yes.
As the hag pretty much licks her lip and then onto her tongue and scratches it onto your foreheads, you will feel a blanket of warmth wash down you, almost like sitting under a waterfall that is perfectly temperatured. And as you do and you look forward, the entire land is covered in that purple grass that you saw before, baked in it. The homes are kind of covered by these perfect bubbles, the patches of land that are still growing crops the same, as the entire mist has kind of dissolved and dissipated, leaving this miasma of dark, almost emanating power. And as you look back towards the statue, you will not see a man anymore. The people all around it different. They are creatures that would normally be hidden. You see a Quasit, an imp, some kind of chain devil even. These are all praying peacefully. And even in the back, you will see what looks to be the humanoid form of kelpies or things like that. Lots of different, normally hostile races that seem to be standing in front of a statue of a humanoid man.
Who
Does
is
the
it?
man look familiar?
Roll me a history check.
History.
11.
A 5.
19.
I used a point of inspiration because I got a bad roll. My inspiration rolled me a nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
My
Zach.
last inspiration.
All of you feel like this is a little bit familiar to you, but you can't quite place your thumbs on it. But Zazie, and even to some extent Zarafel, as you watch, you can instantly tell what this is. This is Albion, carved into a statue-like being, grander than life, as he holds out his hand and looks to be reaching out for someone else's. You're not really sure what, but you can definitely see that it is just shining. And all that place that used to be gone, you finally see where the rain was dripping from, Zazie, as all of the people, their voices, which were kind of chirping and mumbling, Knight, you hear them now in a different language. Almost like the illusionary magic was holding back what they were saying as they praise Albion. And may he
Baphomet.
find them and follow them to wherever they see fit. As they begin to just continue to chant and continue over and over again. As even the father seems to kind of whisper to someone in a different tongue, Do you think they believed that? Maybe they'll leave faster now. And that is where we'll leave today's session.
Oh boy.
Oh. Okay.
I can't wait.
Albion,
I'm
you,
hyped.
you dirty dog.
Apple Man! It's Apple Father!
Apple Man.
Oh, I get it now. Oh boy.
Can we all
I
have
can't even
fun?
wait. This man. This man.
His legacy is not really painting him in a really good light.
What do you
No.
mean?
He's supposed to
great.
be in a good light, anyways. Like I've been picking up some sus light this whole time.
Albion's doing God's work. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He's obviously touched by the Lord or
The
some
Lord
positive
Appleman.
deity for sure. The Lord Appleman.
I don't know where I put my
my word.
notes.
Did we have fun today, everybody?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for coming. Yes.
It was.
Oh,
It's
Albion.
beautiful.
He's
This
back!
motherfucker.
He's back!
I'm. I need.
You love him?
I have so
You
many
love him?
answers. I have so many questions, not answers. Oh my god, I have so many questions.
Well, I hope we
Man.
enjoyed today's session. If we have any thoughts, feelings, or at all, please don't be afraid to message me.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.